Wait. How do you pronounce that?
Dude, I don't know.
I gotta get into it. I gotta like.
Yeah, like, let me get my notes out.
Let me get my notes out. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting.
Wrong notes.
Wrong notes. That's my library for something else. Was it? Was it? Damn, I'm fucking good. Okay, so, all right, we're gonna start. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Uber.
Bookworms and movie buffs.
Yes, bookworms and movie buffs. Welcome to episode 7. Oh my God, episode 7 of the Barely Literate Book and Movie Club show.
I didn't even think we could get this far.
No, did not think we'd get this far. I thought we were gonna give up the Hobbit like halfway through, but we kind of stuck it out.
Yeah, I'm proud of us for sticking it out.
Yeah, now that we're men.
How many?
I changed
how many
my underwear.
chapters we got left?
5 chapters. We have 5 chapters left.
Okay, so 2 more episodes.
Before we dive into this wonderful episode, I do want to just say a quick announcement to everybody listening that we now have a Spotify account. Congrats!
Yeah. we spent, what is it? We were gonna, all right, here's a little backstory. We've been talking about transferring our episodes over to Spotify for a good minute now.
Yeah, a decent amount.
And yesterday we were planning on playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I was so excited.
Yeah, but we decided to start talking and like planning the Spotify thing out, and we were making the account, and then we're like, let's start making an intro, and then we spent a good 6 hours.
We spent about 6 hours together on Discord, just creating the introduction music, creating the outro, and recording and editing. So that'll lead us back to if you're listening to this on stream, thank you. If you're listening to this on YouTube, thank you. But now the episodes will be available on Spotify under the Barely Literate Book and Movie Club for your further enjoyment whenever you like. But yeah, without further ado, I think we can go ahead and get started with our usual. Nick, did you watch any movies this week?
Yeah, I watched The Nice Guys.
Yes, you did. Hey, Uber. Thank you very much. Uber just cheered around 500. I think that's $5.
Oh, hell yeah, we can buy a bag of chips now.
Dude, you can buy eggs now. Did you see that? Eggs went up to like $4.50.
Jesus. I haven't checked. We used to get those like 2-packs. You ever seen those 2-pack of eggs?
The like 36 count of eggs?
Yeah.
Gee, how many eggs are you eating?
My dad and mom eat 2 eggs a day.
Okay, ready? An ideal egg situation. How many are you eating?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of eggs.
Oh, that's right, you're not.
I'll eat a hard-boiled egg every once in a while, but my
Okay.
parents eat them twice a day. Or
That's
not even
crazy.
twice a day, just 2 a day.
If I'm just rocking a hard-boiled egg, I think I usually eat 3 because like it's just the egg itself. Like 2's not going to fill me up. And then you get like those eggy farts.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of. If I had to eat any kind of egg, it's got to be like, I can eat a fried egg over white rice, or the hard-boiled egg, or soft-boiled egg and ramen where it's marinated.
Are we supposed to be talking about movies?
Yeah.
Okay, so you watched The Nice Guys. Lay it on me.
Dude,
I've
I watched
seen that
The Nice
movie
Guys
like 10 times. It's so
yeah,
good.
dude. Last time I watched Nice Guys was 2021. I remember this vividly because I literally stayed up all night doing random stuff. I was living with Bridget, and I watched My Friend Dahmer first. No, I watched Nice Guys first, right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I watched My Friend Dahmer. And
Weird
that's
situation to put yourself in.
Yeah, and by the time that movie ended, the sun had come back up, and I was like, oh. But it's still just as good because my favorite part is when they're going up the elevator and they get to the top and everybody's getting massacred. Yeah, and then you could see Ryan Gosling's like eye twitch.
Yeah. So I've noticed. I think he has like, not saying he's not beautiful. Ryan Gosling is beautiful, but I think he has like an eye situation.
No, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if it's a nice situation, but I feel like I want to believe that, um, that he that was on the spot kind of thing, and it was perfect with like the stress of everything.
Oh, it's fantastic. For me, I watched The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I love that movie.
It's the first time I watched it, and let me just tell you something. Pedro Pascal is so goddamn charming. Like he, I would say, is unconventionally attractive, and excuse me, I drank a fuck ton of water,
Good night.
and I think that hey. So I think that the way that he played the character in the movie and with Nicolas Cage is just crazy. Like what are you laughing at?
He's calling your tattoo Tinkerbell.
Thank you.
No, it's a baby angel.
I don't know if that's better. But yeah, no, Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage like was bringing it out in this movie.
Oh my god! The one thing, the little fun fact I love is when he was recording for Into the Spider-Verse, he was doing because they wanted him there. So he was doing his lines, and they were like, "He just doesn't sound right. Like it doesn't sound Nick Cagey." And he goes, "Oh, you want the full Cage?" And
You want the full Cage?
And then proceeded to give a perfect performance.
You want the full Cage is absolutely crazy.
That's
you
iconic.
want the full Macho? No,
You want the full Chris?
No. Damn, you are sweaty today.
Yeah, I just turned my fan off. I feel like that
You,
might
you
have been a
sir,
mistake.
are just a tad moist.
Yeah. What I did was I wrapped one of like the thin sheets you get out for your bed.
Yeah.
Not the fitted ones, but I wrapped it around my chair so I can like minimize the squeaking of the leather.
Okay, interesting.
And I don't know why it just made the seat a lot warmer.
Well, I'd say I enjoyed Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Pleasant surprise. Finally got to see it. It was either that choice for a movie or it was going to be The Menu. And I think I might watch
I like The Menu.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Ooh,
It's good.
They said it was a comedy. It's not though, right?
No, it's a it's a thriller.
Weird. My dad watched it. I was very shocked because he can't do blood.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's that much blood.
I've seen the ending scene, and she's like covered in blood.
I might have to watch it again. But
Are you sure we're talking about the same movie?
The Menu with freaking Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see how ripped he got for 28 years later?
Yeah.
Daddy. Okay, so...
Great. Anyway, back to the book.
No, not even back to the book. We're starting the whole book section of the show. Chapter 13, Chapter 14. Oh, man.
I got some words.
We got some words about Chapter 14 specifically. But I am taking the lead today with Chapter 13. And you know what? Let's just... Is there anything that you want to say before we get into the summary of Chapter 13?
I don't know. Just like the whole beginning part of Chapter 13 is just, again, very meek. You know,
Very meek.
They're trapped in the tunnel, and
Yeah.
at the end, the only way out is going through the lair or a Smog's lair. So like, it's rough. It's rough for them right now.
So I'm going to go ahead and get started with a quick sentence from our summary before we continue. Here we go. Chapter 13, The Hobbit. Trapped in darkness and uncertain of Smog's whereabouts, Bilbo ventures down tunnel once more while the dwarves watch anxiously. Now, in the book, it's described as the dwarves were basically shitting themselves and panicking. And the first thought that I had were, why are they freaking out so much when being trapped in this cave? Because I understand the stress of the situation and kind of like the state that they're in. You know, they got a dragon coming after them. It's hot. There's fire. But shouldn't they be used to this being dwarves?
Yeah, I feel like we're thinking too much of D&D dwarves, low key, but at the same time, just based on like dwarves in general, like their general lifestyle, they should be able to, like, first of all, see in the dark,
Yeah.
like dark vision, and also know their surroundings and be like cool inside the tunnel.
Well, it's not even...
that's their environment.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not even them being in the dark. It's them being in a cave. Because, like, they were freaking out that they couldn't breathe. And, like, the cave was really musty and, like, they couldn't see. And Thorin was also freaking out. He was there. Why is he so crazy about, like, being trapped if he lived in the city?
I have a theory, but we got to get farther in for me to discuss it.
Okay, so continuing with the summary, upon entering the dragon's lair, he discovers the immense hoard of treasure and secretly pockets the Arkenstone, justifying the act to himself.
Dude, I don't. All right, so back when Bilbo first got the ring, I thought that the ring was corrupting him because he was getting greedy over the ring. Low key, he was wanting to hide the ring from the dwarves.
My headcanon still stands on that. I don't think the ring's lore exists yet.
Yeah, so back on that, because I now think, because of the way he pocketed the Arkenstone, and he's like, they don't need to know that I found this. You know, this is mine.
I don't think he even knew it was the Arkenstone.
I think he did, because it was just like, there was like this. Thorin mentioned it at some point. I don't remember when, but when he pocketed the Arkenstone, he's like, they don't need to know I found this, and they said that I can take my pick of the treasure anyways. And he knew also in the back of his head that Thorin didn't mean that Arkenstone was part of that deal of picking stuff. So I think that Bilbo is just inherently greedy. And this adventure is just slowly showing those bad parts of him. It's bringing those bad parts out of him. First with the ring and now with the Arkenstone. I'm going to
respectfully disagree with you on that.
Yeah? All right. What do you
don't think Bilbo's inherently greedy. I think that he is just finally on his sense of adventure. And the more... Think about this, right? Think of Bilbo as that one kid at the party who nobody usually ever talks to in school because they don't know him or get to know him. Now that he's finally at like a party, at a social event, he's coming out of his shell, per se. And I think that him adventuring, because remember, he was like, oh, I'm not a took, blah, 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 like, we don't adventure. Now that he's gotten a taste of it, I think that he's sort of developing these kind of characteristics, and with the Arkenstone
getting out of his shell,
coming out of his shell, I really don't think that so Thorin mentioned the Arkenstone. He did. I don't think he knew that was it. He was just like, ooh, shiny pocket.
Yeah, no, like the only thing glowing in the dark, I guess.
Exactly. So he was like, that's cool. I want it. But so Bilbo, I don't think it mentions this in our summary, but Bilbo going down the entire time, going to go see the treasure, is like cursing at Smaug, not knowing if he was there or not. And I'm like, oh yeah, God damn, he grew balls.
So you know how like in a video game like Call of Duty or something, when you're turning a corner, you kind of pre-fire, you like start firing before you even see somebody. That's kind of like what Bilbo is doing. He's like, he grew balls, and he was like, imagine somebody walking around the corner already cussing you out before you see him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you fuck.
And lastly, I'm picturing kind of the Arkenstone as like not the situation that Bilbo is in, but physically what the Arkenstone looks like.
Yeah.
If you remember that one episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Patrick find the pearl from the giant oyster, and they take it, and what they end up doing with it is buying a lifetime supply of strawberry bubblegum. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember this.
So, shit.
That's a funny ass concept right there.
By the way, your audio keeps cutting out just a little bit that I can't hear you. Sometimes I'm just letting you know that. But yeah, so that if you guys remember what that episode of SpongeBob is like, they basically find this like really pink shiny pearl, and then they just fucking buy bubblegum. So onward, continuing. What's up?
I thought another interesting little tidbit I've noticed. This is kind of like a personality kind of what's it called? A profile on Bilbo. I think he low-key has a savior complex, but he actually acts upon it because
interesting.
Once, like he's disheveled, right? At the start, kind of at the start of this chapter and the end of the last chapter, he's like close that goddamn door. Like he's paranoid, he's freaking out. But once the dwarves start showing that they're themselves are really fucked up by this whole situation, and they're freaking out, that's when Bilbo like stands up and is ready to act. It's only when the dwarves themselves are panicking is when he's like, all right guys, he's the glue that kind of like, I got this, let me help out. That it kind of brings that out of him. It's like a mommy strength, you know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, like like how when a mom or when like a mom's kid is like in danger and the mom just goes fucking superhuman and lifts a car or something.
So Bilbo finds the Arkenstone and basically takes it, trying to justify it to himself. I don't think he knew what it was, but suddenly he decides to drop the torch and cries out for help from the dwarves. I think he was messing with them a little bit. The dwarves rush to his aid, and then upon seeing the treasure, they basically forget about Bilbo and start sifting through it.
Dude, I wrote this down in my notes as soon as that part came up. I was like, when dwarves see gold, dwarves get horny. They get dangerously horny because they they set aside they forgot about Smaug. They're like,
for real,
ooh, in the fucking gold frenzy kind of thing.
So some of the things that were pretty cool were they were finding golden armor. This was their like armor up scene. They were putting on all this dwarven armor, golden armor, weapons, jewels.
Finally armoring up and getting their weapons up.
Finally doing it. And one thing that I noted that was really cool was Philly and Killy found magical golden harps that never go out of tune.
That I don't know if it's that they never go out of tune.
That's what it said.
Or it's
they were enchanted.
I thought so. I read that and it said that like Smaug couldn't even mess with the harp, so like they just been sitting on the wall, so they never went out of tune. That's kind of what I read.
I read that they were enchanted and then would never go out of tune.
Oh, okay. I like
fuck it, headcanon. Like so yeah, I love that the dwarves get like a suit armor up scene, and when they finally get to the treasure and get all their weapons. Thorin finds foreshadowing. He finds a coat of mithril mail and gifts it to Bilbo. So if you recall, in the first Lord of the Rings movies, Bilbo gifts Frodo the mithril mail and Sting so that he could protect himself.
Right. I thought that was really cool. I love the idea that Thorin was like he's getting himself suited up. Everybody else is getting suited up. I feel like he sees Bilbo just kind of like standing there looking around, looking at all the treasure. And he's like, this little dude needs some armor himself because we don't want him to die. So gives him this mithril mail. Now, the one thing that I was kind of thinking about was that they said that this mithril mail was for an elven warrior.
Okay.
And it gives it to Bilbo. Wouldn't that be a little bit big for him?
Yeah, of course. An elven warrior and Bilbo? That's like
Yeah, so
that's like Yao Ming giving a shirt to Kevin Hart. What are you talking about?
yeah, so I'm like, how did that fit? Like, is it not draping down like a dress for him?
I don't remember it saying that it was Elven, but hey, we keep reading different shit this chapter.
Yeah.
So one thing that that I want to know is, meanwhile, Smaug, enraged by Bilbo's riddles, suspects that the company the company of dwarves and the Hobbit is connected to the men of Lake Town, and flies off to exact his vengeance. So, with the dragon gone, Thorin leads the party through the passages of the mountain, eventually reaching the front gate, which overlooks Dale. One thing that I want to mention is Thorin says this during the passageways in finding the city of Dale, that he would not in 1,000 years ever forget the ways out of the mountain. Yet, like a fucking hour ago, he was bitching and crying about being trapped in the cave. What the hell is going on?
I don't think Thorin actually knew about the secret passage. So he still remembers the general layout of Dale, but that's a secret passage. I don't think he knew about that until it was revealed in the map.
I call shenanigans. I call bullshit.
One thing I really like though is that it was Balin who was like, hey, like there's this watchtower kind of area or guard post that I know about, and it's a 5-hour march. First of all, Bilbo's already hungry. He's like, he is
starving.
Yeah, he's like, I'm hungry. I need to eat now. And they're like, well, we can't eat here because Smaug might be right above us, so we got to get out of here. So Balin.
Yeah, no, yeah. So basically, the dwarves, after gearing up, just find an indoors river, and it leads to the mountain's exit. Now, I want to once again bring a recurring theme back to our show, that time does not exist in this goddamn book. I want to say that they were in the cave for 2 fucking days.
You think time is a construct in the real world? It's a concept in this book.
It's a concept. Time
has nothing to do with this.
Theoretical physics make more sense than time in The Hobbit.
Yeah, because time passes so quick. This is what bothers me, is that they skip over certain parts in the book. Like, they skip over, like, different time. They do time jumps and stuff. But then they decide to do...
they skip.
Like, random ongoing, like, it's only been an hour, but it's, like, a whole chapter inside of the elven, like, the Wood Elves fortress. And I'm like, this is the most boring chapter of my life. And then now it's like,
crazy.
Oh, it's been 2 months. What the fuck do you mean it's been 2 months?
It's so crazy. So... still fearful of Smaug's return, and basically uncertain of their next move, they continue along the running river that they found until they find shelter in the old guard post that Balin had mentioned from the days of Thorin's grandfather. So they eat there, they rest there, and basically the chapter ends with them really confused as to where the hell Smaug went, because like we said, it's been 2 days. They looted what they needed from the mountain, and Smaug never returned to kind of capture them. Now, I want to say one thing that just popped into my head. What was their next move going to be now?
Yeah, were they just going to sit and wait for Smaug to come around to fight them? Or
I don't know. Like, because I've been saying the entire time that I believed their goal was to regain the Lonely Mountain. But as soon as they entered, they left. And I think that this chapter, once again, was super quick. And I feel like the time spent inside the cave was extremely rushed. They basically grabbed everything they wanted and left. But it makes me feel like, the ongoing discussion, what's the point? It makes me think that their goal is to kill Smaug, so that's why they're waiting there.
Oh, right. Yeah. I honestly have no clue. I feel like Tolkien didn't really think about that too much, about the dwarves' plan in general.
Yeah.
I feel like he was just thinking of the big picture overall. He wasn't thinking about the specifics of the whole story in general, I think.
Do you think he just was writing, do you think he was just, what is it called, thoughtless writing, a lot of this?
Yeah, I would say so. And this is like the first book too, so he might have had plans for like a whole like series.
I mean, he did. He did Lord of the Rings.
Right. But he probably didn't know this book was going to take off, so he's like, I'm going to write this like one-off story, and if it takes off, I'll continue with a series.
I think I looked it up, and that he didn't think this book was going to take off. He wrote it and then was just surprised when I think somebody read it and told him to like submit it for something. And I could be talking out of my ass, by the way. I remember vaguely looking this up, and then it just like garnered in numbers.
And that's how it usually goes, right?
Right, yeah.
Like,
you never know. You never know what's going to... Literally, back before the internet, you don't know what's going to go viral.
No, not at all. You're like
an infection.
I'm going to write this shitty little story about a little dude who gets in a group of other little dudes but that are a little bit bigger than him, and then the wizard. And
it's a bunch of little dudes and a littler dude and a wizard.
Yeah, and then they're going to go somewhere and fight a dragon. And then he's like, bullshitting this, and then they're like, yo, this is good. You should send this out. And he's like, I didn't think it was that good, but I'll write a whole series about this. We'll see.
I can't even read. But
I can't even read.
So yeah, that brings us to the end of chapter 13, where it seems like another filler chapter where they finally go into the mountain. Quick recap. They go into the mountain, they get their shit, they get out, and they're like, where's Smaug? That's basically what happened.
Right. And I will say, it being, a filler type chapter again. And it was really, these two chapters were really short, and I feel like they should have been longer. But I like this one. I don't think it really had that many issues for me in general.
No, and the chapter that I had issues with was chapter 14.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna get into that one.
We're gonna get into this, but I just want to preface that we have quite a few things to say about chapter 14. Nick will be taking the lead on the summary. Before you start, I just do have something to say about chapter 14. Is another short chapter, around 9 pages.
Way too short.
Way too short. The first paragraph, I found a grammar mistake.
What was it?
So it just makes me think that there might be a few more in the book that we didn't catch. But what the hell do you think the editing process was in this book?
Well, you don't think somebody proofread it for him?
I don't. Either they did, or they were just like, "Fuck it, nobody's gonna read this."
That's true. That's a good point.
And lo and behold, I found another grammar mistake on the same page. I found 2.
What was the grammar mistakes?
So the first one, I actually don't think I wrote it down, but the second one was he used the word seldom. Now, seldom, you are supposed to use it before your verb, so it's an adverb. You're supposed to use it before your verb. He wrote down, and they looked seldom at it. That's incorrect. You are supposed to say, and they seldom looked at it, because it is describing the way they are looking, not how the thing is looking.
Gotcha.
So
look at you.
I'm a total English nut.
Look at you. You're not even barely literate anymore. You're slightly literate.
Bro. I read at a preschool reading level.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so before I say anything else, Nick, take it away with chapter 14.
Okay. Rewind time, first of all. It goes back 2 days.
Incredible.
When,
doesn't even...
Yeah. It goes back 2 days to when when Bilbo originally left Smaug and talked shit on his way out. Smaug left.
So when the dwarves got initially trapped and Smaug was like, rah, to the door, that's when he was like, fuck it. Deuces, I'm going to Lake Town. And this is where he
flew off. So, as Smaug soars toward Lake Town in a fiery rage, the townspeople spot his approach from afar. At first, some mistake the golden glow for a river running with treasure, but they soon realize the truth and scramble to defend themselves. So, okay. When they were going over that part, and they were like, oh, there's this gloomy dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's freaking out over, like, the treasure, the river's running gold again.
Yeah, so like, the way that the chapter kind of starts is like, the river was running gold again, and they were just like, oh man, it's awesome. And then this one depresso espresso dude is like, oh, we're gonna die. I bet those dudes in the mountain died. Oh, look, it's gonna be the dragon coming. We're all gonna fucking die. And they're like, shut up. Why do you have to be like that?
But at the same time, it's a good thing he was like that.
He was right. He was the fucking
dragon. He was right. So where'd I leave off?
Well, I just want to say one thing so they prepped. They now see that the dragon's there, and they're prepping. I have a real gripe with this one. Why on Middle Earth would one of the preparations be to destroy the only bridge in and out of the city? I know what you're going to say. Hear me out for a fucking second.
You got a good point.
The only goddamn bridge. Do you really think that a dragon is going to use the bridge in the first place? It is a dragon. Right. It flies.
And the only thing Smaug would have done with that bridge is destroy it anyways. So, like...
What? You have basically just destroyed your only exit from a town that is now actively under attack. Like...
Yeah,
I don't mentally comprehend the thought process of, oh my god, think of this, ready? You're in a building with one exit. It is now on fire, and some dude's like, lock the fucking door. What?
No, you're right. You're fucking right, dude. Because I was reading that, and I was like, okay, they destroyed the bridge. What for? Because, like, I don't think they go over how big the bridge is, so maybe it could have been, like, a little perch for Smaug to sit on and just, like, like, blow it, like, to smithereens, but it really doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it. I truly don't get it.
Also, imagine how crazy that fire, like, Smaug was spitting, like, had to be.
Flames.
Yeah, for the people of Lake Town to see it from the mount, like from Lake Town, from the mount, because Smaug, he blew flames at the secret door.
Yeah,
that's when the Lake Town people saw the fire.
Yeah.
So
it's also nighttime.
At the side of yeah, but like still, like that's like crazy flames to be like shooting out.
True.
For them to see it from that far. Because didn't it take him like 2 days to like walk from Lake Town to
from Lake Town? I thought he flew.
No, not Smaug. The party, like, from Lake Town to the Lonely Mountains. Like, didn't it take, like, 2 days?
I truly don't remember.
It was a trek, dude. So that must have been a crazy fire. I also liked how the people of Lake Town were just prepared in general for Smaug, just in case. Because imagine living on the doorstep of a dragon, not having an escape plan or like fight back at all. And
they know that he's there. What are you doing? Yeah, where is your Department of Homeland Security at? Like, do you not have preparations for fucking Doomsday? What is happening here? That brings us to like the town's master is an idiot.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. So, all right, let me continue on with the summary. Archers take their positions and buckets of water are ready to combat the inevitable flames. Their early resistance foils Smaug's first assault, but the dragon is relentless. His scales deflect their arrows with ease, and he unleashes his wrath upon the town, setting the rooftops ablaze and the torrents afire. Wooden structures collapse, and those who survive plunge into the lake, desperately seeking refuge.
Boom!
Again, back to the bridge. Back to the bridge. They had to jump into the freezing lake, because it's wintertime. at this point.
It is.
And
I think it is legit mid to late December.
Right, and they have to jump into the water to get to shore, so they're fucked.
My God.
But I really like how, you know, they had their little water line, you know, assembly line ready with buckets of water, put out the flames immediately. All the archers ready to shoot at Smaug on sight. But why take over the bridge? I blame the masters for this.
Once again, no preparation plan. That's why you need. Like, people think, oh, it's pessimistic. Oh, it's not going to happen to us. It's going to happen. And even if it doesn't, you need to plan for everything.
I've told my parents plenty of times that we all need to get bug out bags just in case. And they're like, exactly. Macho, why? There's nothing's going to happen. And I'm like, nothing might happen, but I'd rather be prepared.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'd rather be prepared than sitting here like, oh shit, now I gotta go round up all the important things I need. Oh, and we don't know where our birth certificates are, just in case. So that's gonna be a whole day of looking.
And it goes to the saying, I would rather not need it and have it than need it and not have it.
Right.
So go ahead.
Good. Oh, you go ahead.
No, you're the one who's reading the summary.
I'm looking at my. Oh, did you have nothing else to say?
Well, I have something to say after this next sentence.
Oh yeah, give it up to Bard, the gloomy Gus. Okay,
yeah. Now that you mentioned the guy, gloomy Gus, his name is Bard. First off, awesome fucking name. Awesome name.
Bard the Bowman.
So in my head, I'm thinking, is he a dwarf?
Yeah, because they kept insinuating that his lineage comes from Dale. So
which is a dwarven city.
Is a dwarven city, but is it like exclusively dwarves?
I don't
know what I mean?
know, because he said that he is a descendant, like you said, from people of Gale, and that he can understand the language. And there's something in the book that kind of counteracts what we're thinking, is that in the flames, I think it's what it says is, in the flames of the night he stands tall with his bow and arrow. So that makes me think that he's of the race of men. But I don't know. Dale is a dwarven city, so like I'm not sure.
And he's not just like any. It's not just any descendant too. It's like a high ranking
Girion
descendant. Girion. Who the fuck is that, by the way?
I don't know.
I've not heard that
that's
name
kind of a
yet.
boss name, not gonna lie.
It's a boss name. Like, there's iron in the name. That's strong. So, but like, who the fuck is that? Because this is the problem I have with this chapter, is that they're introducing new things out of nowhere, and it's only 9 pages.
They're not very short chapter. You're gonna see why, because guys, it's a countdown. We're not even at the part where we're just like, what the fuck? So
right,
continue with the next thing, because I have a few things to say about Bard's little friend that shows up.
Well, yeah, this is just a lot of weird shit, and because this all takes place, and obviously we're seeing this through the eyes of people in Dale, or not in Dale, in Lake Town, and that they do that. It's kind of, they don't explain it very well, and then also they're adding in all these new ideas. So it's just, it was a hard read for just such a short chapter. Amid the destruction, Bard, captain of the archers and descendant of Girion, stands his ground as the city. I don't know if it's Girion or Girion.
I don't know.
Also, Iron's not in the name.
It's Gimli, so I think Girion or Gyrion.
Okay, so he stands his ground as the city burns around him and his men fall. He knocks his final arrow. At that moment, a thrush lands on his shoulder, speaking in a language he understands.
So, the thrush. I don't actually think it said it was a thrush in the book. What I was thinking was, do you think that because it said fluttering thing, do you think the fluttering thing was Gandalf's moth friend?
What do you mean?
Do you remember when Gandalf was stuck in the Tower of Saruman, and he caught a moth in his hand and went, fly, and basically the moth went to the eagles to help him free himself?
Ugh.
Please tell me
Sorry,
you didn't
I
just
tried.
look up Rule 34 Gandalf.
No, I just I
Damn
just
it.
looked up. I looked up thrush on Google. I just put the word thrush.
Okay.
Right. I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna go to the Hobbit. No, it's not. I should have read this first. Thrush, also known as oral candidiasis,
What?
is a fungal infection of the mouth caused by overgrowth Candida albicans yeast. And then I pressed images before reading that.
Please don't. You're sharing your screen.
I know I'm sharing my screen.
You fuck nut.
That's why I flinched.
Hey, copy. What's up with the good news? Also, Uber, I don't know if it's seldomly. I think it's just seldom. But anyway, that's what I thought. I thought the thrush that was later described was Gandalf's little moth friend. But, okay, so, like you said...
Wait.
Okay, what's up?
The thrush goes back to the last chapter, or the chapter 12.
Yeah, where Bilbo was like, fuck you, thrush, with the bird that was like eating the snail.
So, when the what would you read, the fluttering thing?
It said fluttering thing. I don't think it said thrush. I was imagining...
No, it said thrush in the book, because I wouldn't have written thrush in my notes. Yeah, shoot. Pull the trigger.
Go for it.
I just like that little callback of it's the same thrush that Bilbo was beefing with on the mountain, and the thrush was like, "I deuces," and he flies down to Lake Town to go warn Bard.
So,
but what were you gonna say?
So like, hey, thank you very much. Copy just cheered 1,000 biddies. Thank you. We love the tickle biddies. If that okay, I gotta shut up. Anyway, Thank you very much. You never have to do that. The scene that we're laying out right here now. Bard standing up on a pillar of flames and rubble in the night. In the night. Okay. Right. So.
Oh, Chris.
What?
I'm not even live.
Are you fucking serious?
I never pressed go live. I was too busy setting up Audacity and setting up my screen that I forgot to press it. Who cares? I still got the audio recording going, but...
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
It really be your own people.
They really do.
Okay. That's no wonder
Good thing, though, 'cause...
No wonder you weren't reacting to anything I was saying.
What do you mean?
Because I was laying out the scene. I was being cinematic.
Oh, yeah. I went to go check my chat, and I was like, wait a minute. And I looked down, I'm go live. Oh, shit.
My God.
Oh, okay.
So, rewind. Basically, Bard, the guy, the homie, the one with the thrush and the Mothman, is now standing on a pile of rubble engulfed in fire. Basically, just boom, with an arrow knocked on his bow.
I didn't get to that part yet, but...
You just said that. He knocks the final arrow.
No. Wait.
You said that.
No, I only got to... A thrush lands on his shoulder speaking a language he understands.
That's after the fucking bow. Read the sentence before the summary, you fuck. As the city burns around him, he knocks his final arrow. I didn't say anything, you piece of shit.
All right, don't get ahead of us, all right?
No,
don't get ahead of it.
I was just talking about how the whole scene is like so cinematic because he's like standing on the rubble and the fire and stuff like that. You motherfucker, you interrupted me.
I thought you were gonna spoil everything, all right?
I'm not gonna spoil it. What the fuck? Okay, for the third time, he's standing on the rubble. There's fire all around him. He has the arrow in his hand, and the fucking little butterfly comes on his shoulder. I thought it was really cool. Okay, I was imagining it in the eyes.
It was a bird.
Fuck off. Continue your goddamn summary. I hate you. You can't even fucking find his place. You piece of shit. I'll read it now.
Laughing.
All right?
I'm laughing. I'm just laughing. Damn. God. Daddy, chill.
You didn't even read the fucking thrush part because it says speaking in a language. You didn't even mention that. Don't at me, fool. I'm in this too.
At that moment, a thrush lands on his shoulder speaking in a language he understands. I said thrush.
Next sentence.
It reveals the dragon's single weak spot, a bare patch on the hollow of his left chest. Bard takes careful aim, draws back his bow, and releases the black arrow. By the way, he gave his arrow a little pep talk before shooting it. He's like, my little arrow, you always come back to me, and may this aim be true.
He basically like kissed it too. He was like,
yeah,
thank you.
Come back to me, and then like fires there. But first of all, cool idea.
Also, why? This is gonna sound like a race thing, but it's not. Why specifically have like your? It was said. It was said that the final arrow he had was black. Like it made it seem like the color, it being a black arrow, had some sort of significance, but it kind of didn't.
I think it mentions that it's like passed down along his family or something. I don't know.
An arrow? That's fucking stupid.
This whole book, man. This whole book.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't
know. Okay. So, well, okay, we can't really delay it. Just say it.
The shot is perfect. The arrow pierces Smaug's heart, and with a final piercing shriek, the beast crashes down onto Lake Town, destroying what little remains of his death throes. This is how Smaug dies.
Okay. Before we get into it,
I'm
going to calmly state 14 chapters of a 19-chapter book. We come all this way. Come all this way from the Shire. Down a river, up a mountain, down another river, up another mountain. The entire book. He's fucking pacing in his room right now. Guys, I'm going
to find Tolkien in the afterlife.
The entire book, Smaug is labeled as the main antagonist of this story. Within literal sentences, the main antagonist, the one that has been built up for 14 goddamn chapters, was killed with a single arrow shot to the heart.
From some random character.
Fucking character that had aimbot on.
Yeah, he was just introduced, and he kills Smaug.
I legit... Okay, both of us wrote down in our notes what the fuck just happened. That was in our notes.
Here's my exact note. This is all caps. Very dramatic in these notes.
Goes aimbot is crazy. He literally had fucking aimbot. He was like, "You're my little baby. Fly free. Fly, 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 fly." Boom. Yeah. Aimbot through the fucking heart. One arrow. First off, isn't dragon like skin supposed to be like elephant skin, almost impenetrable? How is an arrow going through it?
I think they wanted to mention that the arrow was different by calling it the black arrow because black arrows penetrate deeper. And
did you really you wanted to bring in that one, huh? The big black arrow. You wanted to say that, didn't you?
BBA, baby.
Jesus Christ.
But it's like, that's how Smaug dies, by some random fucking side character that was just introduced. Are you fucking kidding me? That was my exact note after reading that.
My exact was all caps. What the actual fuck? How is Smaug dead with a single shot? That was the most anticlimactic thing in the entire book. Are you kidding me? So now we get to this part. With Smaug dead, the dwarves are just sitting there wondering what's gonna like happen because they have no idea.
They're waiting for an enemy that's not coming back. And I will give them this though. Let me go farther into the I gotta finish the summary before I can talk that theory, but
dude,
do you have anything else?
Halfway through the summary.
No, we're halfway through at this point.
Okay. So Bard narrowly.
Okay. Bard narrowly escapes into the water as the survivors gather in shock and grief. Some curse the dwarves, blaming them for rousing the dragon, while others assume they perished in the mountain. But amid the mourning, a thought begins to spread, the wealth of the Lonely Mountain remains unguarded, and it could be the key to rebuilding their shattered home.
Okay, so
should I finish it off?
Finish it off because we're going to talk about what exactly happens once Smaug dies and they realize like what is actually going on. So why don't you finish up the summary? That way we can go ahead and continue this.
News of Smaug's death spreads swiftly across the land. Birds carry the tale to distant realms, and soon the Elven King marches north with an army. Stopping at Lake Town, the elves provide aid to the wounded before uniting with the men to journey toward the mountain, expecting to find a vast treasure waiting for the taking.
Okay, so
now yeah.
What I'm still like a little incensed about the whole Smaug thing because in reality it's the dumbest fucking thing ever to do. You're killing your main villain just like that. So basically Bard jumps into the water. Everybody that survived is now on the banks of the river. And
they're talking mad shit to the master.
Well, they're talking mad shit to the master because he basically fucked them. And one thing that we didn't mention is that he left. He didn't help him.
Yeah,
he
dipped out. He got a boat for himself and he started rowing away to the shore. To the shore. Yeah.
Well, everybody now is on the shore. So.
Yeah, and they're like they're talking. They're like, oh, Bard, like he died, but he's like, he would be known as a king. He should be our king. And the master's like getting all like, I don't know, guys. This is we were never a kingdom. We should just stick with. We got going here.
The only thing I agree with the master on is that they were never a kingdom. Let's not do that. And actually, Bard comes in and was like, guys, we're not a kingdom.
Yeah. But so, like the master's like trying so hard not to like get torn to shreds here.
Well, because everybody's pissed off. They do realize that, you know, the master, who is their kind of de facto leader, had just left them there to basically fucking die. And they were all sad that Bard, what they see is that Bard kind of went down with the ship, you know, metaphorically speaking. All of a sudden, he appears like Aquaman out of the water with his shirt ripped off, you know, fucking barrel-chested, beefy, hairy, like dripping, sopping wet. And he's like, "What's up, bitches?" And then,
if I was there, dude, I'd be dripping.
Dripping was fucking panty soaked. So, like, they were like, "Oh my god, you know, King Bard. And at first I was like, okay. I was a little with the master. I was like, okay. But then he was like doing all this shit. He was like, guys, I'm not a king. But what we're going to do is we're rebuilding the town. You guys come at me. We're going to rebuild the town. Bigger, better than ever, nastier than ever. And then I was like, okay, King Bard's fucking lit. I support him. Fuck the master. He's such a slippery little bitch because, like, everybody's right that he dipped out too early and fled. But as soon as they turned against him, he was like, wait a minute. It was all the dwarves' fault.
Yeah, it was all the dwarves' fault. Like, I will give the master this. He really knows how to turn a crowd because they immediately were like, yeah, it is the dwarves' fault, you know? And that's when Bard gets the idea that he's like, hey, guys, you know, the dwarves are probably dead. The dragon's dead. The treasures in the Lonely Mountains are just there. We can go get it.
And I want to preface this. He isn't like shallow about it either. He's like, guys, let's have a heart. He's
trying to rally them.
No. He's like, let's have a heart for a second. Smaug being here, the dwarves are probably dead. Like, let's be a little sad for a second that the people we were supporting are probably dead. You just gotta follow, probably.
I did. I was like, what the fuck?
It's copy.
Oh, copy. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, copy's litty. So now Bard's basically like, guys, you know, let's turn our cheek the other way. Let's gather everything that we can and basically go find a new place. And he was like, I'm going to go back to Dale. He's like, I'm rebuilding the city. Come with me. And I would have been like, fuck yeah, let's go. One thing that I didn't say, though they kind of mentioned it, is why didn't the townspeople just kind of pick some gold and jewels off the dead dragon?
Because Smaug didn't die on land. He sunk to the bottom of the lake.
No, it said he was half on the lake. Because they were like, oh, you could see the bones like half in the lake for years and years and years.
Really? I don't know why they mentioned it. They explained it in the book that they wouldn't dare like go down and grab.
So anyway, while Nick looks this up in the book, I'll continue that they're now planning on going to another area. The master is kind of like, not being happy with the fact that everybody's turning against him, and he was like, basically saying, all right, all the good homies can stay here with me. We'll rebuild the lake town. Or the fuckwits can go off with Bard and rebuild Dale. And it kind of went towards the master's sort of agenda when the Elven King sends his army. So originally, that the Elven King, like we mentioned, heard the dragon died, and then he sends the army to the Lonely Mountain to see if they can pick, kind of like the treasure apart. Mm-hmm. He hears that Lake Town got sacked basically, and sends half of his army to Lake Town to support them. Which Elven King was a dick before. This was a true move. This was a true.
This is a good move, really good move.
Yeah. So he does this, and basically elves are kind of like the Amish, and they were already built. By the time morning came, they were already building up the lake again. They were like building up little shacks and houses on the border of the lake.
Right, they were already rebuilding it.
It's crazy.
They could.
I think that was a solid move on that part.
Yeah, I found the part of the book. So, referring to Smaug, he would never again return to his golden bed, but was stretched cold as stone twisted upon the floor of the shallows. So I'm thinking the shallows of the water.
Okay. He's a big
there
dragon.
For ages. Yeah, he is a huge dragon. There for ages, his huge bones could be seen in calm weather amid the ruined piles of the old town. But few dared to cross the cursed spot. None dared to dive into the shivering water or recover the precious stones that fell from his rotting carcass.
I would say that a majority of him was in the water, but I feel like pieces of him were outside of the water. But the shallows. So to me, the shallows are you can stand.
Yeah. It's shallow water.
Okay, let's be
shallow
real here.
For human or shallow for dragons?
Let's be real here. I feel like you and I, maybe not you, but I would at least dive down and grab some jewels.
Oh, I'll dive down. It's a lake. I'm scared of the ocean.
I'm more scared of a lake.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll dive into a lake.
Fuck that.
I like lake, streams, rivers, and
Have
stuff.
you seen river monsters?
Have you seen whales and sharks and shit?
Yeah, I've dove with them.
I wouldn't.
They're nice.
I play Marvel Rivals. Jeff the Land Shark can fucking eat a dick. He can go die.
Oh my god. Copy. I just want to say that if you do, since you're doing all the commands, follow us on Instagram with the Barely Literate Book and Movie Club. It's connected with the Jericho Instagram if you want to get updates on the book club. So I want to let you know and to remind everybody else that, while we do have our own streams with Jericho and Guberino 16, the Barely Literate Book and Movie Club is kind of just like a together thing that we're doing where we live stream on Twitch every Monday at 9 o'clock. But we take that live stream, we download it, we edit it, and then we post it on YouTube and on what's it called? And on Spotify now, so that you can listen later on.
Yeah, no, and we say edit it, we just mean add an intro and stuff. This is
okay. You didn't
like
have to fucking
this is raw and uncut.
Peel back the curtain or anything like that.
Nah, like I want them to make sure. I want them to know that like this is like we are genuinely just putting out.
It's
everything.
The same thing.
We don't.
It's the same.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like there's no hidden stuff that just the stream gets and just Spotify gets or something.
Well,
or
Spotify
YouTube.
gets an intro.
Yeah, Spotify gets.
Hey.
Well, YouTube might get an intro too.
Oh, YouTube might get an intro. Copy. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's where we're kind of at. So my last piece of notes for this is now I'm thinking that the Battle of the Five Armies is now a battle for the mountain.
Yeah. So I wrote down like my last note before my tidbits was I sense a flood of leaders and people going for the gold.
Yeah.
They are going to be determined. What they mentioned the goblins, they mentioned the elves. Bjorn heard about it, but I don't think he's gonna do anything.
I hope he comes in and was just like, "Yo, the dwarves, I'm on their side."
Yeah, like 100%. That'd be like sick if Bjorn showed up.
Like Avengers Assemble type shit.
Right, and then so let's do a quick count. You know, the goblins, dwarves, elves, Lake Town. Who's number 5?
Okay, right. Goblins.
Yeah.
Goblins, wood elves.
Uh-huh.
Bjorn, the unexpected party. Elrond's elves.
Would Elrond get involved in this though?
Gandalf.
He could be on the side of the dwarves, so that could just be one army right there though.
But it might just be 5, like comparable.
Yeah.
But then again, would you get on like how many dwarves are involved in this army?
How many dwarves?
Yeah, exactly. Like if we're just talking about the party, that's 14 people.
Right, that's a battalion. That's not even a battalion. That's
a fucking company.
It's a task
that's
force.
not even a company. That's a squad.
Yeah, it's a squad.
It's a squad of dwarves.
Yeah,
it's a squad.
But my last tidbits.
Last tidbits, because I think that was my last tidbit about chapter 14.
All right, yeah, no, this is a
great chapter.
Annoying, great chapter. My biggest gripe, other than Smog, obviously, is
don't even mention it because it's gonna piss me off again.
My biggest gripe is how short it was. Like
it was incredible.
It was only 9 pages. This should have been a lot longer.
The chapters,
but it was a loaded chapter. Yeah, and it was like a loaded chapter.
It was a shotgun shell of a chapter, basically.
Yeah. I really don't like that they just like introduced this new character that took out the big bad, but I kind of like how this leads over to the 5 armies. Although I will say, yeah, but I will say I think I would rather a final battle against the dragon, other than 5 armies fighting over a mountain of gold.
That seems like 2 books.
Yeah,
because you're basically, and once again, oh my god, the entire book, you are saying that the whole reason they got kicked out was because of a dragon, and now that the dragon is gone, your whole purpose for writing the book is now gone. That is the biggest thing that pisses me off, is that you just threw out your purpose with 5 chapters left.
They should have kept Smog alive and figured out another way to rally all the other armies to like all try to go after Dale.
Smog. It should be Smog destroying Lake Town, because I don't think he's ever destroyed Lake Town before.
That's true. So yeah, so like I'm saying we,
this is a what if. Fuck it.
Yeah, how we would have done it, I would say, is, you know, destroy Lake Town, word gets out, and all the, like, you know, maybe the goblins are like, oh, we're gonna go towards the lonely mountains. Maybe Smog's gonna be going after other cities, so the goblins is gonna use that time to go after the lonely mountains, try to take the gold there. All the other armies are gonna go after Lake Town to like try to figure out everything, or to preemptively attack Smog before they get to their cities. And then they all converge onto the Lonely Mountains where the unexpected party is. Boom. Battle the 5 armies over Lonely Mountains.
Long story short, we would have done this differently.
Big time.
Like, it's... I don't know. Are there any last things that you want to say about the 2 chapters this week, or are we rounding it off, call to action?
I know that we are very annoyed, but these were great chapters.
These are great chapters.
Yeah, these were a lot better than... What was the one that we hated?
I don't remember, actually.
Yeah, because it was just so unmemorable.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, it is. But these are 2 great chapters. I'm really excited to keep going through. We're almost done with this book.
We are almost done with this book. And do you know what's crazy? I think this is our shortest episode yet.
Yeah, we really powered through this, even though I feel like we I can't even look at the time because I didn't have to go live.
It's about an hour and 6-ish minutes.
Oh, okay, not bad. We're getting better.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to cut down these episodes.
We have. The first episode's an hour and 54 minutes. So, wrapping it up really quickly before we head off. So, next week, we're going to discuss chapters 15 and 16 of The Hobbit, and that will be our second to last episode of The Hobbit. Holy shit.
Yo, baby.
So, some housekeeping to quickly mention. When we finish The Hobbit, we're going to take a transitionary period from the next book. We're going to do an episode about a movie that we choose to watch. That'll just, discuss the movie, a quick summary, kind of do the same formatting. And then the next book, we've already announced it, but just a quick reminder, it is titled All the Lovely Bad Ones by Mary Downingham. If you want to...
Get spooky.
It is spooky. It's like a young adult spooky book. It's really cool. I've read it already, but it's a fucking great read.
A little, like, I want to throw this out there, because now I'm, like, remembering it. When I was in elementary school, whenever we went to the library...
a young boy. Okay.
So... I gotta say, my memory of my old elementary school library was such a vibe. Like, it looked really nice. But I used to always check out these books that were like just giant. I would classify them at the same type of books as Ripley's Believe It or Not.
It was like the Egyptology or like the Big Dragon, like the Big Book of Dragons or whatever.
It was kind of like that, but it went over haunted houses and haunted areas in the United States. Ooh. I used to read those books like crazy.
I remember there are two books that I specifically remember reading, and they were both Halloween related. There was one kids' books. It was called Algernon Graves Isn't Scary Enough, and it's a children's book of very big pictures and words. That it was this kid trying out different Halloween costumes that, in his eyes, weren't scary enough for Halloween. It was like, Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Mummy, Frankenstein, blah blah blah, and the final costume is like drawn as this grotesque, horrible creature, and he's looking in the mirror and sees himself, and then it turns around and then reality sets in. It's just him with a mop on his head and a bucket on his foot, and it's like, ah! It's really funny. And then the other one was called, I think it was like Halloween Motel, and it was kind of like Hotel Transylvania, but before that movie came out, and it was just really cool. The art style is really great.
I'm the biggest pussy, but I love those like remembering them now. I love those like old like children's like spooky books.
Yeah,
like, I never really read Goosebumps, but I'm like thinking about those. Yeah, I'm like thinking more about those like haunted house books. Just like, and it goes into detail. They have like the Photoshop ghosts in the window, like.
So, with that being said, once again, just a reminder that, thank you for listening. If you're here live, thank you, Copy. Thank you, Uber. And I can hear Mercedes downstairs. Thank you very much.
She sent me a snap. I gotta look at it. It's a
video.
Yeah,
she sent me a snap too.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like us yelling or you yelling.
I kind of went off. I'm sorry. But you can catch us on our Instagram at Barely Literate BMC, where you will get a bunch of different announcements and sort of like behind the scenes.
Check us out on Spotify as well.
Yes.
Barely Literate BMC as well. We're going to start posting our episodes. We started with episode 1.
Episode 1 is on there today. Now. I kind of gotta like go through episodes and add our intro and stuff like that and edit them, and they'll be out there.
Yeah, we're figuring out a schedule on how to release those.
So eventually we're going to catch up, and when the episodes go live on YouTube, they'll also be live on Spotify. So we're just playing a little catch up right now. But other than that, please subscribe to us on YouTube for both of us, Jericho and Gooberino16. Follow us.
Follow me.
All that good stuff.
Follow us.
And
Instagram, did you throw your Instagram handle in there?
Yeah, it's Jericho, it's mainly, I just want to share the Barely Literate Book Club handle, because that's where we kind of do most of the stuff.
Then that's most of my content on my Instagram anyways. Just the collabs.
Other than that, thank you everybody for listening, and then we'll see you in the next episode.
All right, peace out.
Bye.